Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi jointly delivers a keynote address with his UK counterpart Keir Starmer at the Global Fintech Fest in Mumbai. The event becomes a showcase of the widening cooperation between the two nations. The UK PM holds bilateral talks with Prime Minister Modi in Mumbai. British Defence Ministry announces $468 million worth missile deal with Delhi. A total of 9 UK universities cleared to open their campuses in India. Both Israelis and Palestinians rejoice as the first phase of the ceasefire and hostage deal based on Trump's 20-point plan is set to be signed by both the sides in Egypt's Sharm el-Sheikh. And Hungarian writer Laszlo Krasnohorsky wins Nobel Prize in Literature 2025. The award body says the epic writer has bagged the honor for his compelling and visionary oeuvre. Well, the Global Fintech Festival 2025 got underway in Mumbai with Prime Ministers Narendra Modi and Keir Starmer addressing the event. Prime Minister Modi at the event said that India's digital ecosystem is setting global standards for innovation and inclusion. He said that India is not only sharing technology with other countries but also helping them develop it. He termed it as digital empowerment, not digital aid.
हम दूसरे देशों को टेक्नोलॉजी शेयर करने के साथ ही टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप करने में भी मदद दे रहे हैं और ये डिजिटल एड नहीं है, वरना दुनिया में कई लोगों को शौक है, हम एड दे रहे हैं। समझदार को इशारा काफी है। ये एड नहीं है बल्कि डिजिटल एम्पावरमेंट है।
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, while addressing the Fintech Festival himself, used the phrase incredible combination to describe the UK-India Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement or CETA, highlighting the blend of India's rapid economic growth and Britain's strengths in technology and innovation.
We are so committed to this because we see India's potential. This country holds the promise of the future in its hands as the world's biggest democracy, one of the world's largest and fastest growing economies, with half of your population under 25 years old. The vibrancy and promise of this nation are clear, especially here in Mumbai. And when this all comes together with the UK's talent and creativity, with our institutions and entrepreneurs, it is an incredible combination.
Now, Prime Minister Modi also addressed the India-UK CEO Forum, joined by Prime Minister Starmer. The two leaders reiterated their commitment to elevate bilateral cooperation to newer heights. During his speech, Prime Minister Modi highlighted the India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, or the CEPA, emphasizing its potential to enhance collaboration and unlock new opportunities for both the nations.
आज टेलीकॉम, एआई, बायोटेक, क्वांटम, सेमीकंडक्टर, साइबर और स्पेस जैसे क्षेत्रों में हमारे बीच सहयोग की अनगिनत नई संभावनाएं बन रही हैं। डिफेंस के क्षेत्र में भी हम को डिजाइन और को प्रोडक्शन की ओर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। अब समय है कि हम इन सभी संभावनाओं को कॉन्क्रीट सहयोग में बदलने पर तेज गति से काम करें। क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स, रेयर अर्थ, एपीआई जैसे स्ट्रेटेजिक सेक्टर्स में हमें स्ट्रक्चर्ड तरीके से आगे बढ़ना चाहिए। इससे हमारे संबंधों को एक फ्यूचरिस्टिक दिशा भी मिलेगी।
Meanwhile, hailing the ties between the two nations and talking about the overall business potential with India, the British PM underscored the growing strength of UK-India relations, emphasizing the pivotal role of business and investment in shaping the bilateral partnership.
I see this as a celebration of the partnership between the UK and India and a clear display of our belief in the potential. And I think I have to reference the diversity of the delegations, particularly on my side, because we've got diversity within the pure business side. We've got huge, really important businesses and investors amongst the key businesses investors when it comes to our relationship with India, and iconic businesses. We've got medium-sized businesses, smaller businesses, but we've also got huge talent and experience across in finance, in sport, in tech, in manufacturing. And whilst we've been here, we've been able to do deals on films. Yesterday I saw the Premier League doing their coaching training that's going to go out across the whole of India. I think all of this shows that this is not a narrow enterprise around just one or two sectors. It's a much broader ambition than that.
The day also saw the two Prime Ministers visiting the Geo World Centre in Mumbai. Both the leaders explored a vibrant showcase of Indian art and craft. The leaders inspected a range of products reflecting India's rich cultural heritage and craftspersonship, underscoring the importance of creative industries in fostering global partnerships. Earlier, the two PMs met with the vice-chancellors from leading UK universities. Discussions spanned key areas of collaboration including technology, defence, artificial intelligence, sustainable development and renewable energy. Both the leaders expressed a strong commitment to deepening educational and cultural linkages between India and the UK. And Prime Minister Modi also held bilateral talks with the UK counterpart Keir Starmer in Mumbai on Thursday. The talks were aimed at strengthening the India-UK Comprehensive Strategic Partnership under the Vision 2035 roadmap. This marks Prime Minister Starmer's first official visit to India following the signing of a major free trade agreement earlier in July. Prime Minister Modi and Starmer also held delegation-level talks in Mumbai. The British PM is accompanied by the largest ever UK trade delegation to India, which includes 125 prominent business leaders, entrepreneurs, university vice-chancellors and others. And Prime Minister Modi also held a joint press meet with his British counterpart in Mumbai. Prime Minister Modi highlighted the immense potential in technology partnership between India and the UK and said that both the countries are working to connect the young generation of both the countries with innovation.
भारत और यूके के बीच टेक्नोलॉजी पार्टनरशिप में अपार संभावनाएं हैं। हम यूके की इंडस्ट्रियल एक्सपर्टाइज R&D को भारत के टैलेंट और स्केल के साथ जोड़ने पर काम कर रहे हैं। पिछले वर्ष हमने इंडिया यूके टेक्नोलॉजी सिक्योरिटी इनिशिएटिव लॉन्च किया। इसके तहत हमने क्रिटिकल एंड इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज में ज्वाइंट रिसर्च और इनोवेशन के लिए एक मजबूत मंच तैयार किया। दोनों देशों की युवा पीढ़ी को इनोवेशन इस ब्रिज से जोड़ने के लिए हमने कनेक्टिविटी और इनोवेशन सेंटर, ज्वाइंट AI रिसर्च सेंटर जैसे कई कदम उठाए हैं। हमने क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स पर सहयोग के लिए एक इंडस्ट्री गिल्ड और सप्लाई चेन ऑब्जर्वेटरी की स्थापना का निर्णय लिया है। इसका सैटेलाइट कैंपस ISM धनबाद में होगा। सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स के प्रति हमारी साझी प्रतिबद्धता है। हम इस दिशा में इंडिया यूके ऑफशोर विंड टास्क फोर्स के साथ गठन का स्वागत करते हैं.
Further, Prime Minister Modi highlighted that the growing partnership between India and the UK has been an important base for global stability and economic progress in the current era of global instability.
भारत और यूके नेचुरल पार्टनर्स हैं. हमारे संबंधों की नींव में डेमोक्रेसी, फ्रीडम और रूल ऑफ लॉ जैसे मूल्यों में साझा विश्वास है. मौजूदा वैश्विक अस्थिरता के दौर में भारत और यूके के बीच ये बढ़ती हुई साझेदारी ग्लोबल स्टेबिलिटी और आर्थिक प्रगति का एक महत्वपूर्ण आधार बनी रही है. आज की बैठक में हमने इंडो पैसिफिक, वेस्ट एशिया में शांति और स्थिरता और यूक्रेन में चल रहे संघर्ष पर भी विचार साझा किए. यूक्रेन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट और गाजा के मुद्दे पर भारत डायलॉग और डिप्लोमेसी से शांति की बहाली के सभी प्रयासों का समर्थन करता है.
And on his part, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer emphasized that India's growth story is remarkable and congratulated Prime Minister Modi on his leadership, aiming to be the world's third largest economy by 2028.
It is significant that we're meeting here in Mumbai as India's economic and financial capital because India's growth story is remarkable. I want to congratulate the Prime Minister on his leadership, aiming to be the world's third largest economy by 2028. And your vision of Bilateral is to completely develop the country by 2047. And everything I've seen since I've been here is absolute proof to me that you're on track to succeed in that. So we want to be partners on that journey. And my visit this week is about doubling down on the potential of our trade deal.
India and the UK, meantime, have signed a $468 million deal under which the Indian Army will receive UK-made missiles. UK's Ministry of Defence has said that the agreement could pave the way for a broader, complex weapons partnership between the two nations, which is currently under negotiation. In addition, New Delhi and London have signed an implementing agreement to advance collaboration on electric-powered engines for naval ships.
हमारे बीच रक्षा सहयोग भी बढ़ा है. हम डिफेंस को प्रोडक्शन की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं. दोनों देशों की डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रीज को जोड़ रहे हैं. रक्षा सहयोग को एक कदम आगे बढ़ाते हुए हमने मिलिट्री ट्रेनिंग में सहयोग पर समझौता किया है. इसके तहत भारतीय वायुसेना के फ्लाइंग इंस्ट्रक्टर्स यूके की रॉयल एयरफोर्स में ट्रेनर्स के रूप में कार्य करेंगे. ये विशेष संयोग है कि जहां एक और देश की आर्थिक राजधानी मुंबई में ये बैठक हो रही है, वहीं दूसरी ओर हमारे नौसैनिक जहाज कॉकन 2025 जॉइंट एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं.
The lightweight multi-role missile, also known as martlets, a lightweight air-to-surface, air-to-air, surface-to-air and surface-to-surface missiles. This missile system is developed by Belfast-based defence contractor Thales Air Defence. These have been named after the mythical martlet, a bird that never roosts and has been taken from the English heraldry. The LMM was developed from the Starburst surface-to-air missile to meet the UK's future air-to-surface guided weapon light requirement for the Royal Navy. The martlet's laser beam riding guidance system is highly resistant to jamming. And still to come in this edition of DD India Live. 21 US lawmakers urge President Trump to repair America's strained relationship with India. And overnight Russian drone attacks injure 5 people and damage port and energy infrastructure in Ukraine's southern region of Odessa.
you can't talk about British imperialism in India without talking about the East India Company.
Britain is just dotted with the visible representations of loot from India. The one thing you folks have never done is just say sorry.
Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. Now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has met with Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong on Thursday during his official two-day visit to Australia. In the delegation-level talks, the leaders discussed ways to strengthen the growing India-Australia comprehensive strategic partnership and deepen cooperation across key sectors, including trade, technology, connectivity and regional security. Penny Wong called India and Australia joint custodians of the Indian Ocean. The day also saw Rajnath Singh paying tributes at the Australian War Memorial, where he laid a wreath. And earlier in the day, Rajnath Singh also met with Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and hailed the fillip that's been given to bilateral ties. During the meeting, the Australian PM underscored how India and Australia's defence partnership is built on trust, shared interests and commitment to a peaceful, secure and prosperous Indo-Pacific. A welcome to country smoke ceremony was also held at the Australian Parliament to honour and welcome Rajnath Singh. The ceremony was part of a reconciliation process as it acknowledges the traditional ownership of the land and involves Aboriginal Australians in events that take place on their traditional lands. And the Defence Minister also held a bilateral meeting with Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Marles. The meeting marked 5 years of the India-Australia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. In the joint statement, Defence Minister underlined the deep-rooted cultural ties and shared democratic values that underpin India-Australia relations. The talks culminated in the signing of 3 key agreements: an agreement on information sharing, an MOU on submarine search and rescue cooperation, and terms of reference on the establishment of joint staff talks.
Today's MOU is more than a joint signature. It's a strategic lever, one that tightens the bond between two democracies in a volatile region and positions them better to manage security challenges together. It reinforces that Australia and India are not just friends of convenience, they are building a partnership of consequence. This is Nazia Alvi Rahman in Canberra, Australia for
The International Monetary Fund and its Managing Director, Kristalina Georgieva, has praised India's role in driving global economic growth. Kristalina said global growth patterns have been changing over the years, notably with China decelerating steadily while India develops into a key growth engine. The IMF has also announced that the global economy is projected to grow by 3% this year. India's bold reforms, from digital ID and payments to public infrastructure, are transforming its economy, turning it into a key engine of global growth.
Global growth forecasted around 3% over the medium term, way below the pre-pandemic 3.7% level. Global growth patterns have been changing over the years, notably with China decelerating steadily, while India is turning into a key growth engine.
Now on to a major breakthrough in the Middle East or West Asia, as Israel and the Hamas have agreed to a ceasefire deal, at least the first phase, marking the first phase of a peace plan brokered by US President Donald Trump. UN Chief Antonio Guterres welcomed the announcement and lauded the diplomatic efforts of the United States, Qatar, Egypt and Turkey in brokering the deal. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and global leaders too welcomed the move, calling it a step towards lasting peace. U.S. Congresswoman Deborah Ross and Congressman Ro Khanna led a group of 19 members of Congress in urging President Trump to take immediate steps to repair America's strained ties with India and to reverse his administration's harmful tariff policies. In the letter, the lawmakers warned that President Trump's recent tariff hikes, which raised duties on Indian goods to as high as 50%, have undermined relations with India and hurt both American consumers and manufacturers. The letter further says that recent actions by U.S. administration have strained relations with the world's largest democracy, creating negative consequences for both the countries. The lawmakers have urged President Trump to take immediate steps to reset and repair this critical partnership. An overnight Russian drone attack injured 5 people and damaged port and energy infrastructure in Ukraine's southern region of Odessa on Thursday. The State Emergency Service of Ukraine released a video showing firefighters tackling blazes in burning shipping containers. The attack cut power to 30,000 consumers and set containers with vegetable oil and food pellets on fire in the port. The 2025 Nobel Prize in Literature has been announced. Hungarian author Laszlo Krasznahorkai has received the honor for his compelling and visionary oeuvre that, in the midst of apocalyptic terror, reaffirms the power of art. That's a quote from the Academy that gives the award. Now, the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences has announced the award on Thursday. Born in 1954 in a town near Romanian border, Krasznahorkai became a literary sensation in Hungary with his first novel, Santango, published in 1985. His Hirsch 07769, published this year, is described as a great contemporary German novel on account of its accuracy in portraying the country's social unrest. Now, with the aim of giving women athletes equal recognition and opportunities in sports, the Sri India Sports Foundation on Thursday organized a sports conclave in New Delhi. The conclave marks an important step towards empowering women athletes and reaffirming the foundation's mission to ensure equality, recognition and opportunity in the sporting arena. A major highlight of the conclave was the launch of Sri India Sports Foundation's magazine, podcast and official website dedicated to bringing forward inspiring stories of women athletes from across the country, especially from small towns and underprivileged communities. The event was attended by Delhi's Cabinet Minister Pravesh Sahib Singh and India's first women Paralympic medalist Padma Shri Deepa Malik, among others. And that's all we have for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS. Just scan the QR code and download the app right away. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.